to round 7 on World Championship. We're here in Canada, Montreal, and alongside me tonight I've got Jamie Mabata. And Jamie, is it going to be another brilliant evening for Beastas?
Yeah. Yeah, come on, let's not be silly, it's gonna be another walk in the park for Beastas here. The battle though is what is gonna be up for second place. We don't have I don't believe ILR Falcon is racing today, so it's gonna be a very hotly contested second place. Obviously, you're gonna see the likes of probably the new debut, X Just Revenge, probably Hungry Tadpoles up there. I think it's gonna be a very exciting battle for second place.
Yeah, that is a very good point, Jamie. I think, as you say, Jeff's Revenge. What can you tell us about him? Is there anything you can tell us about Jeff's Revenge? What do
I don't
you?
know. I think I met him in like 2015 or something. But like we played F1 back in F1 2015 for a bit. I think that's all we really got to know of each other. Then suddenly he was in the league, and Jack told me his PSN was X Just Revenge. I was like, oh yeah, I know that bloke. And so we got him in, and yeah, he's quite quick. He is quite quick, and I'm glad he's here.
Well, we'll see what he can do. He is, of course, running around in the Red Bull. Or is it the Williams? I can't quite make it out as what is the Red Bull. Yep, he is in the Red Bull car. So we'll see what he can do then on his debut. We're seeing ZR Mercedes, Jamie. That looks like a familiar, a not so familiar face. Who's that?
Oh, that's a new guy. He retired. But I mean, I guess he's one of those that he needs to start from the back just to see how clean he is. But I think he'll probably have a strong showing as Crazy Ninja has joined. So we are when Hayden joins, we have a full lobby. Whoa.
Wow, this is
a lot of drivers. This will be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting then. All the drivers heading out onto the track. What kind of strategy, Jamie, can we expect here today? It's very difficult for us now to try and guess what's going to happen. Obviously, the ILR2 drivers are up next, but they do not have the joy of learning from the cars from the race before, because it was last week. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be as fresh in their memories, you know, because a lot of the time you see the ILR2 boys watch what happens in ILR1 and then use it to their advantage in the race that comes up after. But obviously that race was last week, so it won't be fresh in their memories, because of course ILR2 going to Monaco tonight, one race behind. So
yeah,
that's one thing that's been thrown out the window. It's thrown it out the window for me, because I'm
well, you never know with this game. That's the problem. I would love to say it's a one-stop strategy, but in ILR 3 it was, for some reason, it's like the drivers came in off the intermediate tires for the ultra soft tires, and then from the ultra softs they went onto another set of super softs. So I don't know why they didn't go from inters to like softs or super softs and go all the way to the end. It ended up being like a two-stop race. I really still think Canada's a one-stop race, though.
Well, it will be very interesting then. I'm actually seeing there that CJ has said
it's gonna be rain. Yeah.
So that is gonna really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Will it be from the start? Well, going by the fact I'm seeing most drivers on the ultra soft tire, you would certainly think that, Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny's on the wall. He's clipped the wall there.
That. It was more than a clip. That was a scalp against the barrier for Johnny. Goodness me, I'm surprised if that suspension
is still in one piece.
Intact. Because that was a hefty hit against the barrier. Michael Davis, though, he has gone quickest, Jamie, so far. We keep going on about how wretched his season has been up to this point. A 1:10.5, and he's a tenth ahead of Tau in second. Ace of Pace is currently third quickest on a, actually, yeah, he is, on a 1:10.7, and fourth is Lickle Blocks on a 1:10.8. Who is Sean, Jamie, since moving from ILR2?
Yeah, he's become a different man. I think he sat down with his crew and thought, how can we improve our racecraft? And he was a bit messy in ILR2, speaking from personal experience in Bahrain. But we sat down with him and we moved him into ILR1, and suddenly he's turned up the performance, and he's actually quite quick now. As quick as Just Revenge, he does a 10.3 and takes provisional pole.
You certainly weren't joking, Jamie, when you said he was quick, Jeff's Revenge. Look at that.
Yeah,
one way to lay down the marker. 10.3, and as we watch Lickle Blocks head for the line, and he moves up to second on a 1:10.5.
Oh, 10.5 on the super soft.
So look at that. That's rapid from Lickle Blocks,
and
that looks to be very impressive.
What do you think pole's going to be?
Oh, I don't know. I've got absolutely no idea. No idea. Well, you were spot on a couple of weeks ago when I asked you to predict it. To the 10, so
I'm gonna go with the 1097.
A 1097 from who?
Oh,
Beastas,
Beastas, yeah, 1097. Easy pull for him.
He is out there. He is out there on the track, and we'll go in the tricky hairpin here at Canada, and then he pulls out of there and heads down the long back straight past the lake on the left-hand side as he drives. The teams all build boats and have a big race in that lake every single year. This season, I'm not sure who won. Jamie, do you have any idea?
It was a McLaren.
Was it McLaren?
Yeah,
okay.
It was McLaren, yeah.
And anyway, here is Beastas into the line, taking the shortest run.
10.0.
And he does go fastest, a 10 flat from Beastas, and he already pulls almost 4/10 of a second on Jeff's Revenge in second. And is that a very early marker being laid down? But it's not as quick as I thought it was going to go, Jamie.
Yeah.
That can be reached.
That can definitely be reached. You gotta get back in the pits in time. Remember, qualifying is only 12 minutes, so you only have time for 2 runs on max fuel. So you need to get back in the pits, sort that car out, and try and go even quicker. But I think he's pretty much set for pole. I don't see anyone reaching a 10.0s.
Well, you got to look at liquor blocks, though.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Liquor blocks have that tendency to qualify on the harder tire and then slap on a set of the softest and then go out.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see what he does. He's in the pits at the moment. He has got 5 minutes to go if he does decide to change his mind. But with those 5 minutes to go and most of the drivers in the pits, we've got a little lull in the action. So let's quickly run down the order. With 5 minutes to go in qualifying, Beastas is on pole with a 110 flat. Second is Jeff's Revenge on a 110.397. Lickle Blocks is third on a 110.5. Right behind him, Michael Davis also on a 10.5 in fourth position. Tau is sixth on a 110.6. Ace of Pace 7th on an outlap, 110.7. Johnny 8th, 111 flat. Lucky not to be out of the session after bouncing off the barrier. CJ is sitting in 8th, Zayed 9th. Oh, look at that, Jamie. 3 drivers there, all on a 111.0.
Yeah.
7th, 8th and 9th. And Hungary Tadpoles rounding out the top 10. Shimasi down in 12. We'll expect an improvement from him, Jamie, very soon, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too. Ooh. What's going on over there with CJ? CJ did a big tank slapper and then cut through the chicane. I think he's just trying to get back in the garage as quick as he can. But it'll be a bit of peace and quiet before everyone jumps out.
Yeah, Shimasi's having a real issue there. He's just crawling back into the pits.
Yeah, I don't know what's been going on.
He must have run out of fuel. He's really not hooked it up if he's only managed an 11.7 in
he's in low fuel mode.
Qualifying.
Ace of Pace is on a flyer.
Yeah, let's go and watch Ace of Pace now then as he heads down into one of the tricky chicanes. It's so easy to run wide and bounce off that barrier, Jamie.
Oh yeah,
as he heads down towards the hairpin, an iconic area on a part of the racetrack, iconic on the Formula 1 calendar really. It's great to watch cars go side by side through there. A real joy to overtake down there because the fans in the grandstand get right up for it, right on their feet, and really enjoy watching the action. But of course, Jamie, if you don't make a move down there, all the overtaking gets done here on this back straight. As you head into the World Champions, but Ace of Pace abandons. Obviously not a quick lap. He's going to go and get a fresh set of boots and some new fuel and go again. What about Johnny though? As Beastas and Cole go on their out laps, we're watching Johnny in 7th place. He now heads down towards the hairpin. The Renault engine singing its heart out there as he hits the brakes, locking up, but he makes the apex, Jamie.
Yep.
Vital that he does that. Jamie, where is your favourite part of this Grand Prix circuit?
I gotta say my favorite part is probably going into the Wall of Champions. That's a very I don't know, it gets your heart racing because you can either stick it on the track or stick it in the wall. So your race can end very, very easily here at the Wall of Champions. But luckily enough, in all the league races I've done here, I've actually never hit the Wall of Champions before.
Well,
knock on wood for next week.
It's time for it to hit, Jamie. Next week might be the time. Johnny goes 6th quickest.
Liquor blocks on a lap.
7. Liquor blocks on the lap. Tyres, Jamie. What tyres?
Ultra softs.
Ultra Softs, so there you go. Lickle Blocks has decided to go for those Ultra Softs. We were not expecting that. Well, we weren't sure what to expect, but he has now indeed, as you say, gone for the Ultra Soft tyre. Can he do what his teammate failed to do and put that Renault up towards the front row? He's currently 3rd quickest. His time of a 1:10.5 at the moment was done on the slower super soft. He's now on the ultra soft. He means business then as he heads down the back straight. Shimasi, who's had a horrific session so far, ends it in horrific style on the barrier. But it's all about Little Blocks at the moment then as he heads through the final chicane, heading to the line. Take the shortest route towards the finish line. Where does Little Blocks go? He goes second.
Yeah, 10th off, a 10th and a half off. Actually, almost 2 tenths. But Beastas, I think, is on a lap.
We need to watch Jeff's Revenge first. He's in the final chicane, Jamie. He's coming up towards the line. Can he improve on a 1:10.397?
Goes the long way.
The longest route.
Doesn't improve.
And doesn't improve. Is he going again though? That's the key. He might be going again.
He might be going again. Beastas is going fastest. He's actually 79 thousandths of a second quicker through sectors 1 and 2. So he might dip into the 109s.
Well, let's have a look and see what Beastas is about to do. It would be typical for him to dip into the 19s. Jamie predicted a 197, usually very, very accurate when it comes to that. And here he comes then, out the final corner. Beastas for the line. Does he stretch his advantage further? He absolutely does. And
wow.
pops into the 109s. A 109.9. There's the benchmark. Can
and
anyone meet it?
I think Local Boss is on a flyer right now. Yeah, he's going to the final chicane.
Yeah,
wow!
Going again then.
Up against the wall.
So jeez. Up against the barrier. Shortest route to the line. He's
done it! He's taken pole! Oh,
where did
wow!
He find that? Little Blocks comes out of nowhere, snatches the pole by 2/100ths of a second. Michael Davis goes third on a 10.2. Tow goes fourth on a 10.3. And
Jeff's Revenge improves to a third.
And
wow!
10 flat. Oh, look how close that is.
Wow!
Covered by the 10th. But the big story here is Little Blocks has upstaged Beastas right at the end of the session with a 19.903, and Beastas has been dethroned for the day.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that. I did not expect that.
Not.
Well, I was a 10th and a half off my prediction. Oh, Wild Blaze retired up. I think everyone is
Prix is going for it.
Yeah, he is. He is 55 thousandths quicker. But Ace of Pace needs to find a lot of time though.
Yeah, but can he move up? If you're saying he's 55 thousandths quicker, Jamie, that might be enough to go up as many as 2 places.
Actually, yeah, look how tight that is. Actually, yeah, he's 2 tenths quicker now. So that could actually make a difference.
Here we go then. This could make a huge difference for Ace of Pace. He could climb up into 6th position as the Red Bull just about gets out the way as Ace of Pace opens the DRS and powers down the back straight alongside the lake. The Ferrari engine singing its heart out then as he heads towards the final chicane, the Wall of Champions, bouncing over the curb.
Whoa! Clipping the Wall of Champions! Up
and
the
does
line!
He lose time as a result or gain time? He goes
yeah, he goes, wow!
That was much quicker than we expected.
That was a lot quicker.
Corey goes 7th.
Corey goes 7th. Oh my!
And look how tight the field is.
Oh my, the top 5 with about 3.5 tenths. Where did that lap come from?
I'll be sure to tune into this one, folks. Beastas might not be disappearing off to the sunset after all. And remember, we've got rain coming tomorrow,
there's rain.
I believe.
There's rain.
And look at that. Everyone setting laps on the ultra soft tyre. That almost confirms to us that the rain will be coming at the start, Jamie. It doesn't say it for sure.
I guess no one did confirm if it was at the start or towards the end. But
certainly think that.
Shimasi's had a disaster. He's on 1 minute 8 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, well, that's a real disappointment for him. I mean, that's, as we said, I don't know if he crashed or just retired, Jamie.
Yeah. He said he was doing 109.6s in practice, so.
Yeah, well, that's horrendous. That's a real disappointment for Shimasi and for Haas. But Ace of Pace has managed to fly the flag for the American team by going 5th quickest. But the story of the afternoon is Little Blocks. A 19.903 to go just 2/100ths of a second quicker than Beastas in second. Jeff's Revenge with a stunning debut in third, 1.5 tenths away from the pole. Michael Davis in fourth, 3.5 tenths away. Then it's 5th for Ace of Pace. Look at the top 5. Look how close they are. Town is 6th. Corey 7th. Bullet a disappointing 8th, you have to say. Johnny 9th. And Zayad rounds out the top 10 as we go into tomorrow's race. Jamie, what were you going to confirm there? I
was going to confirm it's heavy rain at the start of the race.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's the full blue banded wet tires. Is that going to be the first time they make an appearance this entire season in ILR?
Look at that.
I think so. Yeah, look at that.
So.
Look at that.
Well, we have woken from our beds from last night, and we woke up on a Sunday morning. I usually live in Scotland and wake up to this, and this morning I thought I did again wake up in Scotland, but no, I've woke up in Montreal, and who cares? We get the same weather here sometimes. And we're all set for the Canadian Grand Prix, sorry, the Scottish Grand Prix here in Montreal, and it is absolutely bucketing.
It's soaking, mate. It's absolutely soaking here.
An absolute washout. Lico Blocks then starting this race from pole position. Pistas is in second. Jeff's Revenge starts. Michael Davis fourth. Ace of Pace fifth. House sixth. Corey seventh. Billy eighth. Johnny ninth. Zayed 10th. And of course, Jamie, there'll be no changing of the tyres. You know, there won't be people. We don't have different strategies now. Everybody will go for the wet tyre, you would think.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey,
is that Inters? Am I thinking Inters in heavy rain conditions? Oh, so it was just like ILR2 in Spain, where it was heavy rain, but it was best to start in the intermediate tire. So that's going to be interesting then. Let's see, everyone's on the Inters. Everyone's on the Inters. I
did not expect that.
I guess because it's going to be heavy rain for a short amount of time.
Kimasi just said over the team radio or in the comments, whatever you want to put it, he's just said heavy rain on Inters. What the fuck?
But that's 100% heavy rain. It must be drying out really quickly though if they put the Inters on.
Yeah, he's obviously been speaking to his engineers and they've told him that the Inters are the best. I mean, he should know best. He's the man that's done the laps to the grid, so he's done that. He's 16th, remember. He could do a Winkle Hawk and come in and put the wets on if he wants.
Yeah, you never know. He could just come in and put on a set of wets.
But we'll see what happens then. ZR Mercedes and Crazy Ninja down at the back of the field. We'll see how they get on this afternoon. ZR Mercedes making his debut as well. Is this his debut as well, Jamie?
Yeah.
It wasn't here last week. I wasn't sure if he was here last week.
Who's that you on about?
ZR Mercedes.
It's his debut today.
Debut as well, okay. Well, we're going to see what happens. Bullet, he is Scottish, he's in 8th place. He'll like the rain. Well, he won't like it, he's just used to it. He might run well. We'll see how he goes. You're not used to rain, Jamie. You don't see very much in your part of the world.
Yeah, that's why I don't see the rain very much here in the desert. That's why I struggle in rain conditions in F1.
Well, that rules you out of the podium interviews. No, I don't have a jacket. I don't have a raincoat.
Oh, shut up, you.
Well, there you go then. The car's coming to the grid. Little Blocks of the man that will start this one from pole position. He really did upstage B-Stars yesterday, Jamie. Can he do it in these conditions, though?
It depends. It's like it's a short run to turns 1 and 2, but like you can easily get jumped by second place because second place can hang it around the outside. Although the benefit here for Lico Blocks is that it's actually wet conditions, so we'll actually see if that really is the case as the final drivers are slotting into their positions in the back.
Well, here we go. The cars are on the grid and we get set then for the Canadian Grand Prix. The lights are coming on. There's no safety car start in these wet conditions. They're going to go with a standing start. And the lights are out and we are racing. And Lico Blocks gets away pretty poorly. I thought Beastas going to jump, but he did not. Lico Blocks got away better in the second phase. Jeff's Revenge up the inside of Beastas. They bang wheels. Beastas across the grass. It's like dodgems between the two of them. It's all plain sailing for Lico Blocks. But Beastas has now got Michael Davis trying to pull alongside him. Is Michael Davis going to move into second place? No, he's not, as they all hurtle down the hill. Very clean start from them all. Oh, that's Jeff's Revenge bouncing off the barrier. And now rubbing wheels at Michael Davis, and look at that, that's very close between third and fourth. And now we've got all sorts of drama further down the field.
I don't know if someone's spun or CJ in the back.
Yep, CJ's dropped down. ZR Mercedes is still back down there. But all the cars just about making it through on this opening lap, Jamie, without any major issues. A few bumps, especially between Beastas and Jeff's Revenge. I think actually Jeff's Revenge got damage on his own, bouncing off the barrier. Down at
turn 4, I think it was. I don't know if it doesn't look too severe because both end plates seem to still be intact. But Lico Blocks leads to the tune of 1 second over Beastas, but I think Beastas is going to close that down. Jeff's Revenge is 1.5 behind. He's got Mike 0.9 behind him. So I think Beastas will start to close that gap.
We're going to move here, Jamie. Tau and it's a pace. That was very close. No move there. Sorry, Jamie, for coming across.
Very good. Oh, someone tapped the wall though a tad bit. I think that was Mike. Oh! I don't know if that was lag, but a Sauber flip at the Wall of Champions.
Corey side by side. Corey side by side with banging wheels. Corey there. With Ace of Pace goes off the track. Corey goes off as well.
It's
and
messy.
Now the stream through. 2 by 2 they go past them, and that was just like Beastas and Jeff's revenge in the first corner at the start, only that was a little bit worse. So
Yeah.
Corey and Ace of Pace end up battling with one another, banging wheels with one another, and neither comes off worse than the other. It came off as bad as one another, and everyone
Mike is out!
And Michael Davis! Oh, that's a big shunt!
That's a huge
I hope
shunt!
he's okay.
Whoa!
The right front folded up over the chassis, and the McLaren driver, the reigning world champion season, goes from horrendous to even worse than that. I can't even think of an adjective worse than horrendous to make it worse than what it is.
Wow.
Can you think of one?
I don't think a season can actually get worse than it is now. Like, it really can.
And amazingly, the safety car has not been called for
Wow.
yet, but
It's in a
that
dangerous position.
is a very, very badly battered McLaren Honda.
Oh my God, what's going on back here in
yeah,
ninth?
there you go, safety
car is out.
deployed.
Safety car is out. The first time that
Had to be
the
done.
safety car has actually made a proper appearance.
Well, it had to be done.
Yeah, that was
because
dangerous. That was very
car
dangerous.
It's an absolute mess. We didn't see what happened, but he has obviously lost it somehow.
I think it was a tank slapper because it's really easy to get. Oh, someone loses part of their wing. It's very easy to mess up your line into the under sector 1 and hit the wall. I've done it before in the wet.
Two cars just got 5-second penalties there for ignoring yellow flags. They'll both come into the pits. That doesn't make any sense. That must be a mistake.
It's double Haas stacking in the pits. Yeah, what's going on there?
They both get damaged, I think. Are they all going for inters? That's another key, Jamie. We need to find out.
It's another set of inters.
Yeah.
Well, Shermasi's serving a 5-second stop go as well. He's going to lose time to that Ferrari, I think, too, that's behind him, or not. So Leo Blade is just actually no. Oh wow, but that was a huge shunt for Mike. So now the safety car is coming out to neutralize the entire field again.
Yeah, a big shunt for Mike, and I mean, I'd like to. Oh, now we've got. What's this? We've got Crazy Ninja spinning under the safety car, Jamie.
Oh no!
In the middle sector.
Oh no!
How the hell's that possible?
There's damage. There's damage in the car too. I told you that sector's bad. That sector's very bad when it's wet.
Oh dear, and well, Mike's the first to prove it, and now Crazy Ninja, not even at full racing speed's done it.
I really think that maybe it's not the right tires. Maybe the rain's getting heavier. I don't know.
Well, it's entirely possible, Jamie. It's completely feasible that that's the case. I have to say, I feel for Lickleblucks a little bit, because he had been slightly building that gap to Beastas by a couple of tenths a lap, or a sector as it was. We didn't get much time to see it, as now Johnny gets a 5-second penalty.
Oh, how bad was that crash? They're switching positions. Johnny's in the pits with no front wing.
Oh dear.
What's going on underneath the safety car?
And Johnny comes into the pits then. It's not been going well at all for him. Liam, Rob, they're all getting 5-second penalties. Now Robbo's at a collision with Joker. This
what's going on?
As I believe Frisky CJ's just set the fastest lap of the race for 22.9, probably under the safety car, catching up with the field. So there you go. But it is still Lickleblucks leading from Beastas. Jeff's Revenge is third. Then it's Tau up to fourth now. Bullett's made a good jump from the starting position, Jamie. Fifth position, up 3. Hungry Tadpoles is up 7 to 6th place. Corey, despite all the changes going on around him, is still in his 7th place at the start.
Zai's got a penalty as well. What is going on? There's a bit of lag on my screen. Jeez.
Yeah.
Are you getting that too?
Joker up 7. Yeah, a little bit of lag at the moment, yeah. Joker up 7 to 8th place. Make that up 8 as he now goes past Corey. Apparently they've got a lot of lag now.
Yeah.
Stanley is 10th, Sarah Mercedes 11th, Zaya 12th, Ace of Pace 13th. This is becoming a disaster of a weekend for Haas, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, Corey's in the wall and he's damaged his wing.
Oh dear. These McLarens are having good fun, aren't they? I hope the safety car isn't coming in soon, because he's going to have his race ruined. But it is absolutely pouring. This is quickly turning into Canada 2011.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Maybe it's time to come in for a set of wets. What do you think? Or is it still too wet?
No idea. I mean, they're all struggling out there, bouncing off barriers, sliding into walls, crashing, safety cars. So you would maybe think so.
Jeez.
But at the moment, they're all staying out there, Jamie. In fact,
yeah.
Here comes Corey.
Yeah, Corey's
so
in. A set of inters is probably. It's not worth taking the risk. Zai got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, he's coming in. No one's bolting any wets. Still is lagging a bit.
We're getting 5-second penalties everywhere here. Can't keep up with them. So I think the stewards are going to have fun dealing with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Crazy Ninja's binned it.
Has he?
Yeah, he's out of the race. There's no front wing on the car, and he's facing the wrong way at the Wall of Champions.
Oh dear. Well, that's not very fitting of the Wall of Champions for somebody sitting down the back of the pack to crash under safety car. That isn't something the Wall of Champions was named for. But Crazy Ninja might just be about to extend this safety car period. And his car is sitting right in the middle of the firing line, so the marshals will need to get out and deal with that. We're down to 17. I just noticed Lickle Blocks there under safety car, Jamie, went across the grass at turn 4.
Yeah,
so
maybe it's too wet.
Maybe. Bullock is now up to 3rd as a result of all this.
He's as well.
A tow somewhere. And Hungry Tadpoles is now 5th.
Oh, well, okay, good thing the lag is stabilized now. Is Crazy Ninja still on the track? Yeah, he's in the garage now. Good.
So why did Jeff's Revenge go all the way down to 12th place? Was there any reason for that? Why did he pit?
He must have got damage. Let's see.
No, he's not pitted. He's not pitted. So how's he ended up 12th? He spun it.
He must have binned it. I think it's too wet.
He must have done a bypass at China.
It's too wet for the Inters, I think, then.
It must be. How's he spun it?
Wow, a 5-second stop go for us. Well, I guess this is about to prove if it's too wet. Oh, Beast-ass thinking twice and slotting back in.
Right on his tail as they come round the final.
Oh, he's tapped the wall.
Again! And the front wing disappeared there. It certainly showed it on my camera, but it didn't actually disappear. It showed on my camera that it came flying off the car.
Yeah, it looked like it.
There. Wow.
Wow.
So has he got away with it?
Yeah, he looks like he still has one. He still looks like he has the entire front wing assembly.
That's good to see then. On lap 16 out of 35.
Hey, Bullet!
Again. It's Lickle Blocks.
Whoa!
Look at them sliding. They're struggling.
Yeah,
they really are struggling.
That's not good. Bullet went into the grass at turn 4 and is all over the shop.
And look at Tao right on his tail now. Is there going to be any way through as they all run over the leaves and they send them flying up into the air and amongst all the spray as they go through the middle part of the lap. All the trees holding all the water, so even if it does dry out, as Bullock gets a penalty.
For cutting,
is
wow.
This strict?
No, it's not. It's regular, and people are. It's way too wet for Inters.
As Lickle Blocks is now under threat from Beast-ass. He's struggling to get the tyres into the temperature, into the window. He had them going at the start, but now he's got Beast-ass breathing down his neck then as they head down the back straight. Beast-ass right behind him. Bullet finally getting into some sort of rhythm. And Tao is 4th. Hungry Tadpole's up to 5th, up 8 places from his starting position.
Oh, Hungry Tadpole side by side with Tao.
Oh, nearly got it done.
Nearly got it, but he's going to have a good run here, surely.
Will he do it now? As Lickle Block sets the fastest lap of the race at 1:22. We've got a yellow flag in second three. We'll go to that in a moment.
Oh, Liam Robles facing the wrong way round.
We're nearly 4 wide down the straight, Jamie. My sweet Corey, Jeff's Revenge, one of the Silvers, all that's it down Zayad's way. That was so close. We're 4 wide going down the main straight in wet conditions. Are they? How big are their balls, man? Jesus, that's ridiculous.
Yellow flags in sector 1.
Wow. I'm speechless after that. Jeff's Revenge having a look up the inside.
Thinks twice.
Of Corey. Oh, the action happening in the middle of the pack behind that. We've got the sober banging wheels of Zayad with Shimasi and staying ahead somehow. As we lose Liam Robble from the race.
Liam Robble spun. He hit the wall at the Wall of Champions and tried to correct the car and got disqualified for going the wrong way around.
Oh dear, Charlie's not been very forgiving to them today, has he?
Yeah, he's not been.
Enough. He's taking the plane up back home. As a big lock up there from Ace of Pace. Look at Corey all over him, then Jeff's Revenge, then Zayad, then Chimasi, all dueling for the lower reaches of the top 10. But Ace of Pace still holds that 9th place. And he's under real threat at the moment.
Yeah, he's under some proper threat right now. He's weaving, trying to break the toe.
Beast-ass is only 2 tenths behind at the front as well. And he sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And we have to watch those two. We have to stick with the leaders. That is, of course, prime stuff.
Ace of Pace has lost the position? No, he's taking it back from Corey. Corey's all over the back of him. And ex-Jeff's Revenge clouding the Wall of Champions with his rear wheel as well. So either, maybe it's alright for intermediate conditions. Because if it wasn't, there'd be a lot more spins than this.
yeah. They've obviously got the cut. That's probably just getting the tyres into the window. The temperature.
My
There's still little
goodness.
blocks out front from Beastas in second, and the two of them have just bolted from Bullet in third, who's really struggling.
He's really struggling a lot.
Yeah, and he's got Tau right behind him. Hungry Tadpole's a little bit on his own at the moment in fifth. CJ sixth, Joker seventh. Then it's eighth for ZR Mercedes. Then the colossal scrap behind it. Ace of Pace, Corey, Jeff's Revenge, Zayed and Shimasi all battling. Well, Zayed and Shimasi have dropped off it now, but look at the three of them battling then for 9th, 10th and 11th, Jamie. What a duel this is.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
brilliant
brilliant stuff.
Here from Jeff's Revenge. He goes late on the brakes. Can he get it stopped in time? Oh, they bang wheels.
He's
and it's a
done
lovely
it.
move. Elbows out, and it's a stunning move. It really
That's
was
a good
beautiful
move.
stuff to get the car stopped. With no ABS, of course,
Oh.
and he pulls it up at the 10th place, but Corey's having none of it. He wants to come back at him. The McLaren Honda singing its heart out down the straight. A bit low, Tau!
Oh, Tau, what the
shot.
hell? He smashed the pit wall entry. And someone else is
That must have
around.
been a collision.
Oh, is that Beastas? Beastas is facing the wrong way round. Oh, but he just, I don't know how he came around and he's still in second. It's all kicking off. Jeff's Revenge is down to 11th. He's parked it up. What?
So Jeff's Revenge is out as well. It's all
Tau's on the wall.
Beastas! Beastas is round! He's at the barrier!
Oh
Beastas
no,
right
it's all
into the
going wrong for
wall.
Beastas. What is going
He's
on?
going slowly. Has his race come to a close? He's pulling over.
I think that's it.
He's pulled over exactly what
I think
Hamilton
that's
pulled
it.
over in 2011. And Beastas, his run of victories is coming to an end here. He's getting it going again.
I think he can get it going. No,
He's
it's
out.
done. It's done. The car's
It's done
done.
for Beastas.
What has happened there?
This race is ended now. This race has come alive. Beastas is out of the Grand Prix. Would you believe it?
What? I need to see what's going on.
A chaotic few moments. Beastas out. Jeff's Revenge out. Goodness knows why.
Tau out.
And Tau with
What?
a colossal shunt. Well, you got to question whether Tau's had a collision with Bullet or Hungry Tadpoles on the way down that straight, because there's no way that just powered that into the barrier on his own.
I think lag is to play a bit, and the barrier is out. The barrier is partially out the wall of champions. What the heck?
Is it?
Yeah, it's literally like a foot onto the AstroTurf. Let me see if I can spectate someone who drives past the wall of champions. You can partially see it. Like if you go on board with like Leo Blade or Stanley, you can see that the wall is out.
Yeah, I can't see it on my screen.
You have to go through on board with Stanley. You can see that the white and red part of the wall is stuck out.
I do not see it. I'll have a look on the stream now.
Because someone else is complaining.
yeah.
One of the drivers are complaining about it. The part of the wall is out.
Okay. Well, I'm unable to see that, but if you're saying that, okay. Well, that's not going to be good. The Wall of Champions is going to be even more unforgiving than usual, Jamie. Look at another
Leo
there.
Blade's
Look at
out.
Leo Blade out.
What?
Putting it in the wall. And that's
Oh,
a huge
whoa!
accident.
He's obliterated the front part of the Ferrari chassis. What in the world?
Goodness me, I'll be amazed
This
if you
is-
don't get it able to walk out of that
Yeah,
car.
what the hell?
And now Zayad's gone. They're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Well, so let's just recap a few chaotic laps. We've got Leo Blade smashing it up against the barrier. Beastas spun it and retired. And he's out of the race. Presumably with suspension damage.
I'm not too sure what happened because initially when I came up to him, he was facing the wrong way around at turn 2, and then he went on to crash through sector 2. So I don't know if it was a problem with
through turn 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Down turn 4, he just lost the rear end, and then went for a spin.
There is an argument between Beastas and Jeff. Something might have happened, but I have no idea.
Wow. Yeah. So well, that's strange because Jeff wasn't with Beastas on the track when he went out of the Grand Prix, was he?
He was, because Beastas initially spun off the... actually, no, he wasn't. He wasn't. I think Jeff had... Him and Beastas had a collision earlier in the race.
Alright, okay. Well, that must have been it then. So now the question we want to answer
Is
is
how the hell did he
end up
DNF?
piling into the barrier at 190 miles an hour?
He was
Into a
straight
braking
into the
zone? How
wall.
hell happened? Now, surely that must have been... As we watch the two Mercedes go dueling of Hungry Tadpoles and Frisky CJ, let's have a look at that.
Oh, here we
before
go, the two
start
Mercedes.
recapping things. Hungry Tadpoles side by side with Frisky CJ, and CJ wants to get his way through and move up into the podium places. Bullet just in front of them. struggling for pace as Leco Blocks disappears. They're all
Oh,
coming
people
in.
are coming in. You know what? It is dry.
And meanwhile, behind that, Jamie, 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, they're all drilling into the.
Yeah, here we Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? I think that was a 4-cylinder almost hit Corey going into the pits. Jeez.
And they're all serving 5-second penalties, I believe.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of 5-second penalties to go about. People going on the super softs, people getting held up. This is ugly. Oh, that's Toro Rosso! Almost hitting the Mercedes on the way out of the pits. Someone is bolted on a set of ultra softs, feeling very brave.
That's Billet.
Ace of Pace with a set of ultra softs too. The Haas is stacking again. That's race ending for the Haas's.
Oh, Billet's lost it! He spun it on the way out of the pits and hit the wall!
No!
He's taking the front wing off it!
Oh no!
Oh dearie me, that is an amateur error.
Oh no!
What is he thinking?
What is this? He's got his front wing back though. Oh no, actually no, part of it is still gone. It looked like he lost the entire front.
Just about everything's happening in the
Oh, Corey's damaged his wing. What in the world?
Yeah, Corey's got damage as well. They're both limping round. They've come out onto the track after the pit stops and the track's still too wet.
The track is still very wet. I'll tell you what though, Corey's having a look. Wait, think twice, keep that wing in one piece, come on. He's all over the back of Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet has been struggling since the lights went out. Let's be serious. And Liquor Block says it is dry enough, and he does a 19.5.
Oh, Corey!
Baby.
What a move! He squeezed Bullet straight into the wall. Oh my god.
He's chopped even more of his front wing off. He's now got no end plates.
He's got no end plates.
And this is quickly becoming a bit ridiculous, this race. Unbelievable what's going on. Well, Bullet pit.
Yeah, he's in. Bullet's in. Yeah.
Zayad now sets the circuit alight. You don't see that often.
Oh,
and he's up in 5th place in the Sauber at the moment. What a story that is for the Jordanian driver.
This is very interesting. I'm still clueless to how Beast-Ass and Tau retired from the race.
Yeah, Tau, in my opinion, must have either had a monumental shunt with either Bullet or who was chasing him, Hungry Tadpoles, to end up going straight on into that barrier. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense how he could end up in the wall. We know Lyleblade lost it in the middle part of the lap and crashed. We know Beast-Ass spun and then had enough after that, didn't want to get going again. Jeff's Revenge, we don't really know. Tau, we saw where he went. Crazy Ninja done it under the safety car.
Yeah.
Michael Davis done it in the first end of the first sector, and you said you saw Liam Robble crash in the final turn. So it's absolutely incredible.
Wow.
The amount of incidents we've seen in the opening 14 laps.
Lyoblade's crash was incredible though. It ripped the front end of the car completely off. I think there's a lot of... What's that?
Mike Davis has just said in his post-race interview, he's just said that it was too wet for the inters when he crashed his car. So he felt he should have probably started on the wet tyres. As Corey now departs,
he disconnects, yeah.
This is incredible.
I think he'll come back though.
Blocks, as they go, he's not even beyond the halfway point of this race, and we've nearly lost half the field. Lickle Blocks leads it by 17 seconds. Lickle Blocks doing a Beast-Ass at the moment. Risky CG is second, 17 seconds behind, but running on soft tyre. Hungry Tadpoles is now third, hunting down, but he's already been overtaken by CG. I can't see how he's going to catch him back up. CG is the superior driver of the two at the moment. There are Mercedes is fourth, who started last, remember. This wacky race has allowed him to climb up, taking nothing away from him though. He's had to be clean, he's had to make moves, and he's up to 4th place at the moment. Zayad running in 5th. That will be a superb result if he can stay there. Joker. Ace of Pace is now 6th as we have Bullet
what is
of the race.
What did he actually crash? Oh, the suspension's completely off the car. What in the world?
The 4th car I've seen today with the left front folded up over the chassis.
And I think that's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen it in this exact sector of the track.
Yep. And there must be a big puddle. It must be just the trees holding the water, Jamie. We've said it already.
It must be.
In the commentary. And he's the latest one to be claimed.
What?
By this Montreal circuit.
Oh, the safety car needs to come out.
Out goes Billet, and we're down to just 11 now. Unbelievably.
The amount of crashes, this is actually worse than Monaco. The amount of crashes, there's more crashes this way than I've seen in Monaco.
These guys are meant to be up there with some of the best in the world, and they're all putting it in the wall. Shimase, he's had a horrendous race up till now, but he's actually only 3 seconds away from a point at the moment. Would you believe?
Yeah, hold on, give me one moment.
Okay.
You can keep going.
Little blocks leading the way then. 18.2, he's opened the gap out to Frisky CJ. He's looking pretty good for the victory as he now posts the fastest lap of the race, a 1:13.1. CJ in second, with Hungry Tadpoles sticking with him, would you believe? Only half a second between them, so that could be one to watch as the race unfolds. CJ on the slower, soft compound tyre, so Hungry Tadpoles, if he wants to beat CJ this afternoon, you have to feel needs to make the move very, very soon. ZR Mercedes keeping pace with them, just trying to keep them honest in fourth. Zayad 3 seconds back in fifth, then a big gap back to Ace of Pace, who's only just crossed the line in sixth, with Joker a 4 seconds behind him in seventh. Stanley is eighth, Corey a lonely ninth, and Johnny and Chimase a lonely 10th and 11th. So Jamie, the battle on track at the moment, CJ against Tadpoles.
CJ against Tadpoles. I mean, CJ will probably come out with the W overall solely just because he has the softs. There's no way Hungry Tadpoles is. I mean, his super softs will go to the end, but they won't be like as quick as like CJ's softs. If he gets overtaken here, CJ will just come right back at him.
Yep, absolutely. We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be a fun battle to watch, though.
Where do you think is the best place to make a move, Jamie, on this racetrack?
World Champions, probably. Just before the World Champions.
Well, we're going to find out if that's the place for Hungry Tadpoles to make the move on CJ. He's gaining, but he's not gaining quickly enough.
No.
And he remains stuck behind his teammate. Total Wolf getting increasingly nervous on that pit wall.
There's one as Mercedes boys colliding here.
The first corner. Yeah, just won that. What? But no way. I think he's seen enough of that during his time when he had Nico and Lewis in the car. He's now got CJ and Tadpoles in his cars. And we'll have to wait and see how this one unfolds. But Lickle Blocks, Jamie, is just running away with this, isn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to be the man that will end the Beastache streak. Beastache, he probably won't be too bothered because his closest championship rivals, Bullet and Chimase, I think that's his closest rivals,
Zayed is
either out the
what in the world?
Race or not in the points.
Why has he parked it up? He was in fifth.
He's crashed.
Oh yeah, there's no wing assembly. What in the world?
He's not.
And
he's
there's
the
debris.
Driver to end up off at that part of the track.
That part of the track is lethal.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And look at this frustration on the Sauber pit wall. What an opportunity they've had today to pick up some serious points, and Zayad has just thrown away a superb result. Double-digit points he was going to score there. I think he was going for 10 points, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, every single position now is a point-scoring position. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a shame for Sauber. They were on for a great result with Zayad. The Jordanian driver trudges out of his car and will trudge back to the pits. It's probably not a journey he'll want to make because they will be absolutely furious on that pit wall. As we now watch the Joker close in on Stanley for 6th and 7th. At least Stanley's trying to keep the other Sauber on the racetrack at the moment. I'm not going to speak too soon because this track has been very lethal this afternoon, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm still clueless as to why. I mean, lag is to blame, but some of these crashes have been ridiculous. Like, going through that section towards the end of Sector 1 and then someone just spins out every couple of laps there in DNFs. Like, I've never seen anything this bad in my life. Like, I mean, the lag has sorted itself out. Like, there doesn't seem to be any problems with the lag. I really think, like, PSN must have been playing around because there was an issue when I was sending invites earlier where no one was getting any of my invites. And so I'm thinking it's probably the same issue that's going on here. But, man, some of these DNFs, though, are just... It's just skill-wise. Like, people are pushing too hard or the track is still slick. I don't know, man. It's all over the place, but... I really don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's been a very strange situation, a very strange race, and by all accounts. But at the moment, there is somehow 10 runners still in it. We have got 16 more tours of this fantastic, beautiful Montreal circuit. And at the moment, lighting it up is Little Blocks out front. But the one to watch at the moment is CJ and Hungry Tadpoles.
Yeah.
Following each other through the middle part of the lap. And Hungry Tadpoles is giving CJ the hurry up. He really is starting to mount the pressure onto that Mercedes driver in front. Already pretty wide, 2017 car. even wider. CJ. We know he's a very tough customer when it comes to being overtaken. Hungry Tadpoles nearly runs into the back of him.
Cleaned him.
Yeah, that was close. And look at Mercedes, he's catching him quickly. To save the confusion, ZR Mercedes, he's catching him quickly. So Hungry Tadpoles needs to get this move done now. He moves out to the left-hand side or the right-hand side as we look now. Is he going to drive right round the outside of his teammate? He sure is. And moves up into second place. But here comes CJ, Jamie, returning the favour, coming straight back.
Yeah, he's got DRS though, so CJ's he's not gonna have a chance.
No, he does not. And Hungry Tadpoles moves up into second place. And if anything were to happen to Liquor Blocks, he'd be next in line to the throne.
Oh yeah.
Second for Tadpoles, third for CJ with ZR Mercedes breathing down their necks very quickly indeed in fourth. It's been a very impressive debut thus far though, Jamie, from ZR Mercedes, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, so far he's proving himself to be quite quick because he's actually starting to wind in CJ now. And I'm just looking at the fastest laps. It looks like Liquor Blocks is like a second, almost like what, half a second clear, 6/10 clear of the next fastest lap. So I mean, he's pretty much had his, he's pretty much won this race. But ZR Mercedes, who's going to be working on CJ now, the gap between him and CJ is about a second. So I think that's the Super Softs. The Super Softs are still much quicker than the Softs, but not for much longer. It really depends here.
Yep, it's going to be all about whether CJ can hang on and just return, well, come back at him at the end of the race, Jamie. That seems to be what we think.
Yeah.
But do you think it's going to be key for him to stay ahead of ZR Mercedes though, to give him the best chance to get a look at Hungry Tadpoles in the remaining 14 laps? Yeah,
because if ZR Mercedes overtakes CJ, then Hungry Tadpoles is through pretty cleanly. But CJ actually caught back up because of the DRS. He's back in the 5/10 from 9/10.
Yep.
Those softs are coming to life now a bit.
Yeah, they sure are. So he's not disappearing, has he? Into the distance, Hungry Tadpoles. CJ trying to reassert the pressure he's just been under. Back onto Hungry Tadpoles as they head through the middle sector of the lap then, riding the curbs, and then again through the trees where all the water is being held and where it's very treacherous. We've seen enough crashes already through this middle part of the lap. We don't want to see any more. We're down to 10 runners. We're struggling to get things happening at the moment as it is, but at the moment we are being treated by Hungry Tadpoles and Frisky CJ as Liquor Blocks goes round again onto yet another lap. Jamie, it's been stunning from him since he's come back to, or since he's moved into ILR1, and he's finally going to get his just rewards, Jamie. A victory looks to be on the cards for the youngster.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. But speaking of...
I have to say though, when you're young, Jamie, it's very easy for them to push and push and push and push regardless, and make rookie errors. So,
as we've seen,
Liquor Blocks have the experience, will he have the knowledge and be clever enough to just stroke this one home, or will he be an erratic, inexperienced youngster and just stick it in the barrier? They say age is just a number, but it's not always a number, Jamie. Not always. Yeah. He's driving beautifully at the moment.
What happened to Shimasi over time? He doesn't seem to be having that pace that he needs. A couple
Who's that, sorry? Shimasi?
Yeah, Shimasi seems to be... He's under pressure from Johnny.
I think he's just cleared Johnny, is he not? As we've got two cars in the pits.
Are you sure? Oh, maybe.
Stanley and Joker. Yep, with two cars coming in, Stanley and Joker. They've gone now for the Super Softs. No, I think Shimasi's only just passed Johnny.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, a horrendous weekend for Shimasi is starting to shine a little bit now, and well, I say shine, 7th is not what you came here looking for.
Yeah.
But he's now into the points and then on for an unlikely 7th place. And now he can hunt down his teammate who's also had an equally poor weekend. 6th and 7th for the two Haas boys. It's not really been a weekend to remember. Some 50 seconds off the flying Liquor Blocks out front, Jamie.
Yeah, it's really been an ugly race. I'm just still baffled by the amount of DNFs. I know lag is to blame for quite a lot of it, but some of the DNFs, a lot of it was going through that sector 1 area and just spinning out and hitting the wall. I think it was just too wet for the Inters.
Well, could you imagine if a wet Monaco in ILR2 later on?
Oh yeah, no thank you.
Very, very interesting indeed. And I'm led to believe that a lot of the drivers have not had time to practice. They've been playing various other games in recent weeks, so be sure to tune into that one.
I have not played F1 since last week in Spain. And I've only turned about 6 laps in Monaco since the game came out. So I don't know how the cars handle there.
Jamie, I wasn't even at Spain. I've not turned a wheel since Russia.
So
there you go. That's how I'm gonna have to get the duster out and clear all the cobwebs from the racing wheel.
Yeah, oh dear, to get the pad off the wall.
And Jamie, I've just had a look now, and we said that we might have to be worried about this versus CJ, and he is now having to turn his attention to ZR Mercedes.
Yeah.
This is critical for that second place. He needs to at least keep him behind until his tyres have the upper hand, doesn't he?
Yeah, at least. Because then if he clears CJ, remember it's very difficult to overtake in these 17 cars. So we saw Bottas have a hard time trying to get past Ocon here in real life. So that's one situation that CJ doesn't want to find himself in.
And remember, folks, we've got 11 laps to go, but remember, you can vote for your driver of the day. I think it's going to be slightly easier this afternoon because at least 10 of them don't deserve it.
Yeah.
They can't keep it on the racetrack.
They can't keep it on the racetrack.
At the moment, Jamie, I know we've got 11 laps to go, but I can't see past Little Blocks. Mind you, Hungry Tadpoles and ZR Mercedes have put in a pretty solid performance, haven't they? Up till now.
Yeah. Guess you could say that.
Particularly ZR Mercedes on his debut.
Hold on, let's see. Alright, sorry, I was looking at Ace of Pace here. But ZR Mercedes, they didn't get the move down here, going onto the back straight. CJ's blown the brakes, actually. Oh, that's going to allow a very easy overtaking opportunity if he can get the power down properly. He had a weird tank slapper coming out of the hairpin.
Yep, it's compromised him quite a lot. And now ZR Mercedes will close and close and close, but not close quickly enough, Jamie, as he runs out of straight. And he now will have a second bite of that cherry. Heading down towards the first corner. Can he make a late lunge on Frisky CJ and move up into the third place? No, he can't. He remains behind for the moment. Well, we see a move into the hairpin. I think one of the best overtakes we've seen in the race so far, Jamie, was of course by the man that's out the race. It's Revenge making the move on Corey earlier on down at the hairpin. They said our Mercedes can't do it in a straight line. Would it be worth trying it down into the hairpin as Corey gets a penalty?
Corey gets a penalty, yeah. ZR Mercedes, you got to be careful because I mean, CJ loves a good defensive maneuver. And are they about to lap? Oh, okay, no, sorry, that's somebody else. You know what? No. CJ's not too far behind Hungry Tadpoles. He's still keeping the gap honest. And ZR Mercedes, I think, he's destroying his rears. He's all over the place when he comes out of the corners.
We'll see him again here as he comes out the hairpin. That was a perfect example last time round. Let's see what he does again.
Yeah, again.
Lighting up the rear tyres.
You can hear it in the engine too, spinning.
This time, Jamie. This is his chance. This is his chance. Here he comes then. The
nah, he's not going to do
open. It. He's going to be close, Jamie. He's
going to be close, but he's not going to nail it.
Not this time.
If he gets a good run.
Whoa! Oh, mistake from CJ, and through goes ZR Mercedes.
Yeah.
He bounces, and takes the podium on his debut.
Wow.
Now, can he stay there, or can he even do more than that and get after Tadpoles?
There's 10 laps to go. There's 10 laps to go. He could do it.
But, well, the question is, will he get past Tadpoles before CJ's tyres have the upper hand? That is the key.
It really depends here, because there's only, I think, 2% wear a lap on the Super Sauce. So,
well, there you go then. It might have been a poor tyre choice from CJ then. We'll find out. But it is Little Blocks, 26 seconds up the road now. This is, should we just change his name to B-Stars? He's coming in, Jamie.
Oh.
Little Blocks is in the pits.
I think it's safe to do it. I mean, he's gonna bolt on a set. He's so far ahead, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he's gonna bolt on a set of ultra
go for a spin at the first corner because he'll have his work cut out. I hope he doesn't do a billet. He goes on to a set of the ultra soft tyre, and he leaves the pits laughing and leaving his rivals in his wake.
Yeah.
As he goes on to a set of the ultra softs, and will now blast on to the finish and pick up the fastest lap as well.
Pick up the fastest lap while he's at it.
Rejoins the racetrack then. Hungry Tadpoles now a lot closer. ZR Mercedes in third and Frisky CJ fourth. But it is really the battle to watch, isn't it? These three dueling to the end of the race. The fight for second, because Little Blocks is in a league of his own. Thanks very much from Paul McGuinness for suggesting me for driver of the day. Thanks very much, Paul.
You know what? CJ's not holding on to ZR Mercedes. He's falling back.
No, he's not. He's falling back quite a rate. He's actually, I think that move's knocked the stuffing out of him, Jamie.
Yeah, I think a debut podium from the back of the grid as well.
Yeah, it's a superb drive, and I think if you don't want to give it to Little Blocks to drive of the day, you could give it to ZR Mercedes. Actually, I'm now going to restrict it. I don't often do this. I'm going to restrict it to the guys in the comments to either ZR Mercedes or Liquor Blocks. Pick your driver of the day between those two because they are obviously the standout candidates for it.
Yeah, I think ZR Mercedes to me, driver of the day.
You're going ZR Mercedes. I'm going Liquor Blocks.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Liquor Blocks because he's not only has he dominated this race, Jamie. It's the fact he beat Beastas in qualifying. He rose the game. And look at this, Tadpoles.
Oh no!
To the right hand side, and is a ZR Mercedes coming through? What is wrong with Tadpoles?
What's wrong with that car? Uh-oh.
Is he I know what he's doing. He's slowing down to get CJ back into the battle. That's what he's doing.
Uh-oh.
That is an incredible action. I never expected to see that.
Well, that's going to make things interesting. Why
That was beyond the Call of Duty, if you ask me.
Wait, are you sure he didn't have a tank slamper? Because that's going to put ZR Mercedes in shot to overtake for P2 now. I don't think that was very smart. That must have been a mistake, surely.
No, I don't think so. He pulled right over to the left-hand side of the track towards the pit wall, as if he was going to let him through, and then started hitting the throttle. It didn't look like that to me, Jamie.
Uh-oh, he's well under pressure now.
This could backfire.
No, it's backfired 100%. He's blown the brakes with the hairpin.
Well, he has blown the brakes, and now he's going to under serious pressure. CJ going to try and get involved. The battle of the podium is hitting all sorts. Liquor Blocks, who cares about your fastest lap, mate? You're going to be 6 seconds quicker than these guys. 11.4 from him. But look at the battle behind. Hungry Tadpoles now.
He's in. He's in.
What's going on here?
Maybe the tires aren't going to last. Maybe the super softs actually are having issues. And maybe that's why Liquor Blocks came in.
Well, okay. So Tadpoles goes on to the Ultras. CJ is going to the end, we think. What will ZR Mercedes do?
Whoa, now I'm confused. Now I am confused.
Now I'm really confused.
All we can tell is if CJ can close that gap to ZR Mercedes, then there's something wrong with the super softs. The super softs have hit their cliff.
Yeah, but the only way he's closed it is because his teammate put the ankles on in front. So I just cannot see it, Jamie. Liquor Blocks is obviously dancing off into the distance out in front, but I'm a bit puzzled. I'm much like yourself. And the ace of pace now going side by side with Tadpoles. Whoa, Jamie! 4th and 5th. And ace of pace gets the elbows out, and somehow the Swede stays ahead for the moment.
Yeah,
he's jumping for joy next week if his team make the World Cup, but he's trying to make sure he makes 4th place.
Oh, look at Tadpoles clipping the wall, and I don't know how he kept his wing intact.
Wow, what a battle. Ace of pace showing just how difficult it is to overtake her in this circuit by getting the elbows out, but this looks like a formality now. He's running out of traction, running out of grip. The car behind is on the faster tyre. He's on the more durable tyre at the moment.
He's not going to get the job done.
Tadpole, it's a fresh set of boots, but he's not getting it done, as you say, Jamie. You've called it correctly. Ace of pace somehow defending beautifully.
Hey, I tell you what, though.
Race.
CJ and what's his name? ZR Mercedes. That gap is actually closed. It's all kicking off here.
Yeah, it really is. Wow. Liquor Blocks might have disappeared into the distance, but it is starting to get very interesting behind. Hungry Tadpole's race, though, is becoming undone thanks to a steely Swede in front of him, who's no interest in giving up that 4th position at the moment. But as you say, only 6 tenths, between ZR Mercedes and Frisky CJ all of a sudden. CJ is coming alive at the end of this Grand Prix. Well, he's not coming alive. Everybody else is fading.
Everyone else is fading, yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see then as they go down the back straight then. ZR Mercedes on his debut, on for a memorable 2nd place. But will that become 3rd, or will he have to pit? Will he end up with a puncture before the end? But he's continuing at the moment, Jamie, so that suggests he will battle on to the finish.
CJ!
Bouncing off the barrier and surely bouncing off the wall and damaging that wing.
Oh my God.
Looks like he's got away with it, Jamie.
He looks like he's got away with it. Hungry Tadpole's putting ace of pace under pressure. Almost cutting the back of the Huskies. Oh! He tapped that little part of the wall of champions where it's sticking out. Somehow his wing is still in one piece. Oh my God, the Mercedes boys putting in a disaster here.
Well, Total Wolf, not once but twice in the space of 1 lap with his heart in the mouth. Goodness me, that was very, very close. With only 4 laps to go of what's been, you could almost say, a race of 2 halves. The opening half, one of complete chaos, and the second half, a bit of a slow burner, but still some battles to watch and some intrigue on the racetrack. I think that's a fair a fair way to round up the race. It's very difficult for us to assess whether Beastas would have the pace to beat Liquor Blocks today, because Liquor Blocks was looking pretty handy, wasn't he, Jamie, earlier on?
Yeah, he was, and he still is. I mean, he's well ahead. Easy win for him, seeing as everyone else around him has had an absolute disaster. But, you know, CJ's still sticking up with ZR Mercedes somewhat. I don't know, actually. He's fallen off the corners.
Well,
But Liquor Blocks, you're saying he has been looking pretty handy. 24-second lead. Yeah, those tires that come to life, those just also working very well. You know, I really wonder what ZR Mercedes times are.
yeah, it's been absolutely...
He's doing 14 twos. So CJ's 14 O's.
So CJ is the man on the move, but it's just about whether he can make the move.
Oh yeah, he's a second off now.
Yeah, but surely he'll come back again though. He's going to have the better tyre at the end of this race, so surely
He doesn't have a wing though, that's the problem.
Oh, it is damaged, isn't it? It is
yeah.
damaged.
But this one's looking very hot. The battle for P4 here. Ace of Pace defending and trying to break the slipstream, going back to the racing line. Keeping it just ahead of Hungry Tadpoles, but surely Hungry Tadpole is going to probably have him here at the hairpin, actually. Or is he?
Ace of Pace deserves a lot of credit for holding him for this long, but Hungry Tadpoles is going to try and invent an overtaking place. As Ace of Pace locks up, runs it in deep. But he will get a better exit because he did go deeper into the corner. But obviously he doesn't have as much traction, so it's probably an equal exit, and he still somehow keeps that Haas car ahead.
But thinking twice, there we go!
Oh, is he diving on the outside?
Side!
It's beautiful!
What a move!
Absolutely wonderful move from Hungry Tadpoles. We said he had to do something special, and that is absolutely beautiful.
That was brilliant.
Was exactly what we needed. That's what the doctor ordered. It was better than textbook. You can throw the textbook out of the window because that was stunning. Around the outside of the World Champions. I don't care what tires Ace of Pace is on. That was beautiful. And
that was beautiful.
He made him fight for it, but that was wonderful.
That was beautiful.
For the pair of them. A great advert for the ILR. That was stunning. I've had to wait all race for a moment of quality like that, but finally it's arrived. And it's a stunning manoeuvre from Hungry Tadpoles. Now though, Jamie, I can't get after a wounded CJ. I doubt it. Too far ahead. Maybe if he'd got past him 4 or 5 laps ago, he might have. But it's far too late for that now, and it looks like it's game, set and match for ZR Mercedes as well in second place. What a stunning drive from him. You voted him your driver of the day. I've gone for the race winner, Lickle Blocks. The guys in the comments can decide for sure.
I'd love to go with Lickle Blocks, but he benefited from Beastas being unable to overtake from lag and stuff like that too. So I gotta say, to me, it's ZR Mercedes who came from P20 to P2.
Well, that was stunning. That move.
That was stunning.
Appreciated it too.
Tell you what, Ace of Pace is all over the back of him. He's not letting him go.
Yeah. As Lickle Blocks continues to lead.
Almost going to start the penultimate lap.
As ZR Mercedes continues this superb performance, he's going to stay ahead of CJ as Lickle Blocks then comes round the final corner and heads on to his final lap in the Renault. He's actually lapped his teammate in the background there. That'll be a sickener for Johnny. He's going to have to raise his game. He's not going to be pleased.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that. Oh no.
And here we go. Lickle Blocks. He's been absolutely stunning throughout. He heads now down into that middle sector where everyone was having so many problems earlier on. We had several incidents down at that part of the track. None so for Lickle Blocks in the 35 laps we've had, and none so here either. We've had rain and now we've got shine, and Lickle Blocks has conquered all.
Oh, Ace of Pace almost putting in the wall of champions, but Lickle Blocks coming through the hairpin now. Good. Very solid drive.
They're all on their feet down at the hairpin. They know a good driver when they see one. And Lickle Blocks is heading now down the back straight for the final time. He's already weaving from left to right, from left to right. He knows it's in the bag. A first ILR1 win awaits for Lickle Blocks as he heads down to the wall of champions for the final time. Only champions crash there. He's not a champion yet, but he sure is one for the future. Lickle Blocks comes round the final corner, heads for the line, and wins in style in Montreal. He wins by over half a minute from ZR Mercedes in second. Stunning drive from him, my driver of the day. But here we have ZR Mercedes then. Your driver of the day, Jamie. Commentate him home.
Yep, it's been a brilliant debut. To start from P20 and have, Jordan ILR in short notice. It's been a brilliant performance by the lad. And it'll be very good to see what he can do when he qualifies as he comes through the chicane now and up to the line. It's been a fantastic drive as he stays far away from the pit lane as possible. What a drive. CJ brings it home in third and Hungry Tadpoles in fourth. Has been what has been a war of attrition of a race.
Yep, it has been. Ace of Pace fifth. Stanley, well, I suppose Sauber are going to pick up some sort of points. He's going to bring it home in sixth. Zayad still kicking himself. The Jordanian driver picking up absolutely nothing. Stanley will bring it home in sixth. Shamassi's had a shocker. He will come home seventh. A minute and 5 seconds off the pace. Oh, dearie me. There'll be some debrief down at Ash after that. And Shamassi sets the fastest lap of the race on the final lap just to prove that he did have the pace this afternoon.
Oh, bless him.
And it just did not go his way one bit whatsoever. So he comes home. What a race. And Flexi and Co, they're all going for ZR Mercedes for driver of the day, Jamie. So there you go. You've won this one in the commentary box. Driver of the day has gone to ZR Mercedes. There they are on the podium then. Lickleblocks picks up his first ILR1 victory. He's been horrendous in ILR2. He's moved up to ILR1 and he's shown his true pedigree and credentials. And he celebrates with his first win in ILR1 here in Montreal. ZR Mercedes in his first race on the podium. And a case of what might have been for CJ in third if he hadn't damaged that front wing. Well, Jamie, it's been an interesting Grand Prix. It started chaotically at the start. Look at all those penalties. Goodness me. It's not been what you'd expect from ILR1, but I'm sure it will pick up 10 finishers then in the end. Lickleblocks winning from ZR Mercedes second. Frisky CJ third, Hungry Tadpoles fourth. Ace of Pace, the Swede fifth, couldn't quite hold off Tadpoles at the end. Stanley sixth, the Swiss driver. He should probably be watching his team try and qualify for the World Cup right now. Chirasi seventh, Joker eighth, Johnny ninth, and Corey a forgettable 10th, the last of the finishers.
Well, guys, it's been brilliant. It's been a war of attrition, but it's on to ILR2 in Monaco, and it's been fun. I guess we'll see you guys next week in it's Europe, right? Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, have a good one, guys.